To the town of our Frio rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet.
Hello, everyone. I am Samuel Scott, the kid who runs the video live stream for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. It is my honor to greet you to the stream on this warm day. The Prune Packers today will be playing the Walnut Creek Crawdads, if my memory doth serve me well. Before I hand off to our sportscaster, Michael Barabot, and his guest commentator, Paul Mitrina, I'd like to, as always, thank our lovely sponsors, the interns that keep this place running, and the host families that house our players when they're here from wherever they may be from in the Union. That could be from Texas, it could be from somewhere else in California, it could be somewhere on the eastern seaboard. It doesn't matter, our host families house them here locally, and for that we are very grateful. I would like to just add that the stream, as you may have noticed, has been missing for the past few days. That's because I've been alternately out on personal business and then had a COVID scare. I am back now, and we will be streaming, assuming nothing silly happens, I will be streaming all of the games. I will be streaming all of the games until our last home game on August 2nd, Monday, August 2nd. So, as always, if you have questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions, please leave them in the YouTube chat. I apologize for my rustiness. And I will answer those questions, suggestions, or otherwise as I am able to. I'm handing off sportscasting to Michael now. Thank you, and enjoy the ball game.
A great game today, Thursday afternoon. This is a team that's given the Prune Packers some problems.
Excited about playing this Walnut Creek team. I mean, I know they've had a lot of good battles with them, and it's a nice little relationship with their coach, and I think it's going to be a nice one today.
All right, well, I talked to Joey before the game about all that and more. So here's Joey Gomes, our manager's report. Welcome back to Rec Park. I'm with Prune Packer manager Joey Gomes, and of course joined by Josh Hammer today. Joey, yesterday was a big game, for a big win for one reason in particular to me. They've gotten you guys twice in a row here, and they came back and tied things up in the sixth, and it was kind of a wild bottom half for many reasons, but you guys were able to take the lead and really kind of come away with a comfortable win. How big was that just for that reason alone, that they had gotten you twice in a row?
Yeah, I think it's a psychological thing, right? You know, like when a team has just kind of got your number, you know. But the 2 times in a row thing, that's the first it's happened to us, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it was really good for us to come out and show you some resiliency where I think they took the lead first, and then we took the lead,
inning.
and then they tied it up, and then we showed a lot of resiliency, that was kind of the talking point after the game, was just it's those types of efforts and those types of innings, you know, that are going to make or break a championship, right? You know, I always say it's not the best team that's going to win this thing. It's the team that's playing the best.
Well, you've won 6 in a row, and I know we were talking off the air about kind of how all the seeding works, and with Lincoln losing now their 2nd straight, it's kind of a little glitch in the schedule for the CCL tournament where if they're the 3 seed, then they get to play the night game in front of their home fans on Wednesday.
Right.
If they're not, then we'll get that late game against the winner of the 4 versus 5 game. Is that, I mean, would you prefer the night game, or it does not really matter? Is it just baseball for you?
For me, it doesn't matter. You know, there's going to be 5 qualified teams that are going in this deal, and I imagine at some point you have to play everybody, you know, I mean, I don't know, right? I'm choosing the stance of it doesn't matter because we have to play a first game anyway. You know, maybe it doesn't matter as much because, you know, we're an hour and 50-minute drive, and the teams from the south are an 8-hour drive. You know, where that would be a little bit of a, you know, they would probably appreciate the break. But I think for us, back to the original talking point was just getting that win, you know, just reestablishing that, like, all right, you know, if we do our things the right way and we take care of our dugout and we pitch to our plan and we hit to our approach, you know, we're the team to beat.
Give me the state of the team. Ryan Targich made his first start yesterday in 18 days. Jesse Lopez getting his first at-bat yesterday in 16 days. State of the team going in the final few games of the season.
Limping into it, but limping turning into a light jog that's going to turn into a gallop that I hope on August 4th is a sprint. Getting those guys back right now is one thing. Getting them back to the shape that they were in is a whole nother thing. Unfortunately, some of the guys that took those guys' spots in the time being are also hurt now, with Joey Kramer and Jared Sundstrom might possibly being out for the rest of the summer with a lower back injury. But I mean, we'll find a way. The next guy up. I think we talked about this like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Michael, where you were talking about how deep our team is. I mean, the fans of the Healdsburg Prune Packers and those that care about collegiate summer ball really just look at the win-loss record and assume everything is fine. Nobody knows for 16 days we went without 3 all-star hitters in the lineup, and the only thing that happened was 2 losses.
Play at the same rate you played all year.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Henrik Reinertsen ready to go. Jordan Thompson steps in for the Crawdads, and the first pitch of the ball game is in there for a called strike. 0-1. First pitch at 3:04 p.m. And game temp temperature 91 degrees. Reinertsen working from the stretch. The pitch swung on, hit in the air. Center field hit pretty well. Nager going back into his right, and he goes over to make the catch for out number 1. Jordan Thompson retired, and that'll bring up Hayden Schott.
That ball, a little carry on it. Nice little 0-1 slider. And ball carry day. A little warm weather. Might have some balls fly. But he had a good piece of it for out number 1.
Yeah, we had a couple balls leave the yard yesterday that I didn't think were hit particularly well. But like you said, they carried. It was hot yesterday, too.
Yeah.
And even today, you look at the flag in left field as Reinertsen's first pitch shot is outside ball 1. Blowing out towards center field a little bit. Maybe also right center field. So ball's going to carry. And the pitch fouled back. Count even at 1-1 on Schott.
Good pitch. Got in a little cutter. Got in the hands. Even up the count.
Crawdads defeated the Solano Mudcats 5-4 yesterday. They were up 5-1, but the Mudcats scored single runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Crawdads were able to hold on for the victory. The pitch misses outside. The count 2-1. And the pitch, there's a strike. And the count even at 2-2.
Reinertson living on that outside edge. You know, he's trying to work all his pitches. Evened up right now, 2-2.
Shot. Left-handed hitter, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased the pitch out of the zone. Pitch dove away from Shot. And he chased for the strikeout. So two are quickly retired, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Diego Muniz.
Yeah, good pitch. Like a little cambio. Little thing tumbled over, took a lot off. It's all about plus and minus.
Muniz was 0 for 3 yesterday, walked and struck out. And the first pitch outside, and the count 1-0. Prune Packers coming in at 37-5 overall, winners of 6 in a row. Ooh. And the fastball inside nearly hit Muniz. The count 2-0.
Muniz come from a strong program, University of Oklahoma. Put out some players. He's used to this weather, being out of Dallas, Texas.
Muniz swings and fouls it right side out of play. Count 2-1. This will be after his time, but Texas and Oklahoma potentially going to the SEC.
I know. I can't beat him, join him, Michael.
Reinertson sets the 2-1. Swung on, hit slowly. Reinertson off the mound. He's going to have to race Muniz to the bag. He will beat him there for the 0-1 unassisted. You don't see those too often. But the inning is over. So 1-2-3 first for Henrik Reinertson. The Prune Packers are coming to bat. No score from Rec Park here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
You never imagined going to your child's funeral. We all thought Tyler was so happy, but he must have been suffering in silence. We had no idea. For too long, we've only talked about mental health behind closed doors, but we're not doing that anymore. Suicide is the second leading cause of death on college campuses, and nearly 10% of college students will seriously consider it. Asking for help isn't a weakness, it's a strength. We can talk about mental health. We can be there for each other. We can get up. We want you to do 3 burpees for our number 3. We can get up for those who are down. There is help. There is hope.
Are you paying too much for your business phones and internet? Tired of slow bandwidth? IGT Consult is here to help. Stop paying retail for your telecom needs and move to wholesale pricing with IGT Consult. We save businesses 30 to 40% and bring you the latest technology via the cloud. Contact IGT broker JD Marr today at 916-275-5597. That's 916-275-5597 or visit us on the web at igtconsult.com.
We believe student athletes should never have to suffer in silence. We believe the stigma surrounding mental health needs to end. We believe you don't have to walk alone. Thousands are here, surrounding you in battle. Together, we will walk. Together, we remind.
Seth Nager to lead things off for the Prune Packers. We are in the bottom of the first, no score. Michael Bearball, Paul May Torina bringing you the action from Rec Park. Scoreless top half for Henrik Reinertson, and on the mound for the Crawdads, Foster Gifford, the right-hander, out of Wichita State University. And his first assignment is Nager, and he deals a first pitch strike on the outer half, the count 0-1.
Foster Giver, 6'4", 210. Nice big guy, downhill. Could be a good challenge for the Prune Packers today.
And the 0-1 swing and a miss by Nager, quickly 0-2. Oh for 2 was Nager yesterday, a pair of punch-outs. Was eventually replaced by Jesse Lopez. And a swing and a miss. He chases out of the zone that time. The ball gets away from Tejero, but he tags Nager out for the first out. So Seth Nager down on 3 pitches, and they'll bring up Braden Runyon.
Impressive sequence there. A lot of ball just traveled out of the zone. They took something off it. A lot of downside tilt on that. Good pitch.
Braden Runyon swinging a hot bat as of late. Was 2 for 3 yesterday, scored 3 runs, also drove in 3 at a 2-run home run. That gave the Packers the lead in the 6th inning of yesterday's game. So he takes ball 1 low. Count 1-0. Hit for the cycle on Tuesday. So, especially his past 2 games, he's been red hot. And getting hot at the right time, as you'd often say. Pitch is fouled right side and out of play. The count 1-1.
Yeah, talking to Coach Gomes today before the game, he had nothing but high praise about this young man, and how could he not, the way he's been just in fuego these last few games. And it just only breeds confidence. Keep doing like this. We'll see how long he can ride this ship.
And Gifford's 1-1. Dips below the zone. The count 2-1 on Braden Runyon. Playing right field this afternoon.
And Michael, when you're leaving balls like that, that's when you're seeing the ball well. That's a tough pitch right there, downward, took a little bit off, and he saw it clearly.
2 balls and a strike, a big swing and a miss on the fastball, and the count 2-2. Runyon originally out of Texas Tech, but gonna play his ball at University of New Mexico this coming spring.
It's a good pickup by them.
Yeah, we had a couple Prune Packers transfer. Kimball Schuessler going to go from Texas A&M to University of Texas as Runyon lines one to center field. That's going to dunk in for a base hit in front of the center fielder Jordan Thompson. So Braden Runyon stays hot, and that'll bring up Ryan Targich.
Good piece of hitting right there. That's when you're seeing the ball good and you're in a hot streak, you drive the ball right where it comes from. Drive the ball up the middle, use the big part of the field, and good piece, and looks a good thing started here in the 2nd inning. Oh, actually the 1st inning.
Target switch hitter batting left. So 0 for 5 yesterday, struck out 3 times. Took 4 of his 5 at-bats from the right side as he takes inside for ball 1.
Good pitch.
Potters threw 2 lefties to start. So Targich took his first 4 at-bats from the right side and then took the final at-bat from the left side and struck out. 1-0. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line, foul and out of play. The count 1-1. Runyon on first after the single. 1 out in the inning. Prune Packers and the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Final matchup of the season between these 2 squads. And the 1-1. And misses outside just a little bit. Count 2-1. Gifford holds the set. And the 2-1. That misses outside again. 3-1.
Same pitch. Umpire's not budging. That's a good leave right there. Now you're in the hitter's count. Don't want to put him on here.
3-1, swung on, chip foul, sharply toward the Crawdad dugout, and the count will run full 3-2. Let's see if Runyon takes off from first on the 3-2 counts. Just 1 out, but see if the Prune Packers put anything in motion. They don't, as Target swings and misses on the off-speed pitch by Gifford. He is retired. 2 are gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Torrin Montgomery.
That was a good pitch. Low changeup, took something off it, stayed low, stayed down, and got really aggressive. And it was a Big strikeout for the second out of the inning.
I'll bring up Torrin Montgomery.
Another guy's been hitting the ball well.
Yeah, I had 2 more hits yesterday. Drove in a run, had a big double.
He fills up the box, too. He's a big man.
First pitch to him, swung on and fouled out of play. Torrin Montgomery comes in, standing 6'3", 230 pounds.
Yeah, I think my Raiders could use him.
A little tight end action, maybe?
Yeah, a little Waller. I'd take that. It's almost that season.
Gifford taking a lot of time in between pitches. Finally comes set. The 0-1, Runyon goes, swung on, hit on the ground to third. Fielded on the short hop by Warner, throws to first in time to end the inning.
That's a great pick right there by Warner. Great pick. Finish it out.
So no runs on a hit and 1 left. We've played an inning from Rec Park. No score here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
We believe student athletes should never have to suffer in silence. We believe the stigma surrounding mental health needs to end. We believe you don't have to walk alone. Thousands are here, surrounding you in battle. Together, we will walk. Together, we remind you that your life has value. Together, we raise 3, because mental health matters, and there is hope.
Andrew Vaughn charges this ball up into right field. We are tied. Andrew Vaughn lights up Chapman. We are level at 4. The first run he's allowed all year in the earned column.
Well, Andrew Vaughn put a charge into that. Gives you an idea just how powerful he is because he took it opposite way.
All right, well, Anthony Bender on to close it out. Search of what could be his first major league save. Swung around, 3 men on the right side against Beatty. 0-2. Ground ball. Jazz, Miggy, over to first.
No score, top of the second from Rec Park. Crawdads and the Prune Packers going at it. And Henrik Reinertsen after a 1-2-3 first. So we'll go through the heart of the Crawdad order, starting with Chase Dabbs, left-handed hitter. And first pitch, fastball strike. Count 0-1. Dabbs in yesterday's game against the Mudcats. As he chops this one to first. Montgomery charging, taking his time, flips to Reinertsen, who just barely gets over and makes the play to beat a hustling Chase Dabbs. That play was closer than it should have been.
That was really close. That was really close. But he stayed down. He was confident, and he threw the ball good feed, and he ran a hard 90 all the way down there. But close play, but they got him.
Trevor Warner steps in, the third baseman. Warner 1 hit in 3 at-bats yesterday. Scored a run. And the first pitch, slider drilled to center field for a base hit. First pitch swinging was Trevor Warner's singles. First hit of the game for the Crawdads. And that'll bring up Tommy Rover. Rover 2 for 2 yesterday, scored a run. Hitting just 182 coming into this at-bat. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch swung on, chopped foul right side. Count 0-1.
Just looks like a hard out. Not knowing this guy, but knowing he's a San Joaquin. He looks like a San Joaquin Delta, how those players are. Gritty, hustle, never give up on a count. And looks like he finds a way to get on base. Maybe I jinxed him, though. Hopefully.
For the Prune Packers' sake.
Yes.
And the pitch outside. Count even at 1-1. And the 1-1 swung on, hit in the air, center field. Nager coming in into his left, still coming in, and he makes the play on the run. Heading back to first is Warner. Rover retired for the second out.
Look, Nager didn't look like he got a good read on that, but then he made up for it with his speed and deposited that in his glove.
So 2 are gone. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Zach Tajero. Runner goes, pitch low and inside, throw to second by Schussler will not be in time. And the count 1-0. Warner up to second on the stolen base.
Great jump by Warner. Yeah, good take. Got runner in scoring position now.
May have caught Reinertson and Schussler sleeping a little bit. You know, it's an earlier start time than usual, but Packers have had a couple of these now. So, again, not totally abnormal to them, but not the usual start time as the pitch goes up and away 2-0. And there's a strike, the count 2-1. For Warner, that was his 11th stolen base of the season. Hasn't been caught once. 11 for 11.
You can see why. Yeah.
2-1. Misses outside, 3-1. Eighth place hitter Sammy Esparza waits on deck. Three other CCL games getting underway later on as that one's bounced right back to Reinertson. And he will flip to Montgomery this time, covering first to end the inning. So no runs on a hit and 1 left. We played an inning and a half. No score from Rec Park here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Hobbling a little bit. Anthony Bender on to close it out. Search of what could be his first major league save. Swung around, 3 men on the right side against Beatty. 0-2. Ground ball. Jazz. Miggy. Over to first, and Beatty beats it out. And now Beatty hobbling a little bit. Payoff pitch from Bender. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs in the ninth.
Yeah, we talk about this lethal combination all the time between the power sinker at 97 miles an hour, the sweeping action of his slider at 85.
1-2 from Bender. Muncy pops this one up. Birdie is underneath it. It's a Marlins win. The win streak comes to an end at 9 for the Dodgers. The Marlins bounce back on a night where the place was jumping and the Marlins had little to few options, it seemed, in the bullpen. Anthony Bender collects his first major league save.
Hard hit, but right-hand Renteria. He may be the MVP. 2 out. Here it is. Struck him out. And for the first time since 1954, the Giants are world champions.
I wonder what it feels like to do that shit in real life. And now I know I got it. That's the reason no ID has signed me on it. Got it, but it's still visionary to the death of me. Yeah, I'm trying to make it, but I gotta find the recipe. Greatest of all time, I want the world addressing me.
Bottom of the second inning, Kimball Schussler to lead things off for the Prune Packers. 5, 6, and 7 due up against Foster Gifford. He worked a scoreless first, gave up a hit to Braden Runyon, and then retired the next 2 batters, Target and Montgomery, on a strikeout and a ground out. And the first pitch to him, fastball outside, count 1-0. Schussler 3 hits yesterday, drove in a run, all 3 of them singles. And
Hit sharply to short, backhanded by Esparza, throws to first in time. Picked out by Dabbs for out number 1. And they bring up Austin Boast.
I don't know about you, Michael, but it's been exciting just watching all these past Prune Packers, seeing what they're doing, from Vaughn to Bender to the Lampies, and, in this short run of Coach Gomes, I mean, these players are, and that's just the local guys.
Yeah.
I don't know more about the guys that come from other places, but it's just been exciting to see, especially for this area.
Yeah, you got Vaughn and Bender in major leagues right now, as Gifford winds and deals the first pitch to Boats, which fouled right side out of play. And now you have a guy like Joe Lampe, who is playing in the Cape Cod League for the Bourne Braves, who I believe are the best team in their division. They clinched their division, so definitely on to bigger and better things, and he's going to be back at Arizona State next spring.
Draft-eligible sophomore, too, so a lot of big things for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Noted those guys. Some of those guys came from a good high school, too.
I think of 2 of them that came from a particular high school that you coached at.
Yeah.
So that one's lined to left field for a base hit for Austin Boast.
Good piece.
So 1-out single for the Prune Packer left fielder, and that'll bring up Blake McDonald. Yeah, home of the Gauchos, the big house, what they call it.
Yes, sir. A lot of those guys made me a great coach.
Yeah, I always tell this story to the people. I came in on a playoff game against, I want to say it was College Park.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the infamous Francis Christie 3-run walk-off home run.
One of the best games I've ever been a part of. Yep.
First pitch is low, and the count 1-0.
And both those pitchers playing pro ball. I know the College Park. His name slips me, but
let's see if we
went
can.
to University of Washington and.
McDonald lines one foul down the left field line, and the count even at 1-1. I'll get to work on that.
Yeah.
I want to say that was 2012, 2013, around that time.
2013 or 2012, you're right. I remember we had to have a police escort at the end of the game. It got so bad.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yes, it got a little hairy at the end, extra innings.
Swung on and chopped down the third base line. It's foul. I think it hit McDonald in the box. So count 1-2.
I remember how smart I was. I squeezed bunt in the second inning, I believe. And I think the final score was 13-12. There shows you there's coaching 101 right there. Yeah.
And Gauchos 27-3 that year. 12-11 final in 13 innings.
Oh, yeah. Classic semifinal NCS game.
1-2, swung on a line. That's a base hit to left field. Back-to-back singles for the Prune Packers. As the ball is bobbled a little bit by Atkins in left, but Boast will stay at second. 2 on, 1 out for Blake Piveroff.
I've been very impressed with Blake McDonald his prep career, and he's just a good player, and he hits the ball, and I mean he's just a competitive guy, and I've seen him since his Montgomery days, and he's still playing and still does a good job, and he's going to keep playing in Division I. So real happy for that guy.
All right, any of these names recognize for you? Joe Demers from College Park.
Joe Demers. Oh, yeah.
Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah. He went to Stanford. Yeah, and Joe Demers went to Washington.
As the pitch is outside and gets away from Tahiro, and moving up to third is Boast, up to second McDonald. Count 1-0 on Piveroff. Yeah, Gauchos, you guys recorded 19 hits in that game.
Jeez.
11 runs, 15 hits, 5 errors for College Park.
Yeah, well,
12 runs, 19 hits, 3 errors for Casa Grande.
We barely had enough sunlight. Barely.
Right.
Barely. Yeah, that was one of all my 600-700 games I coached. That's 1 or 2, I think.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Well, Piveroff ahead in the count 1-0. And the pitch swung on and popped up. Maybe playable. Warner giving chase. It's not, as it just bounces out of play. And the count 1-1.
Great opportunity for the Packers here. Just hard ground ball, something in the air. Strike first.
And Prune Packers 22-4 in CCL play. Have already clinched the top seed. Of course, don't want to necessarily go in to the playoffs limping record-wise. over the last few games. So 1-1 is swung on and missed, chased
Good
out
pitch.
of the zone. Count 1-2.
Does a great job, just plus and minusing, and that was another one right there. A lot of good spin on that. A lot of good edge of the plate. A good swing through. Hey, they're giving it ground ball right here. Ground ball, run scores.
And the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. A big strikeout for Foster
Same pitch.
Gifford. Pivarov, like you said, chased the same pitch 2 pitches in a row. He's retired via the strikeout, and that'll bring in Ian McMillan.
This is the coach's favorite friend here. 2-out RBIs, 2-out ribs. My favorite dinner. 2-out ribs. If you can do that, then there's no sign for that. It's tenacity.
McMillan stands in, and the pitch, fastball strike. Looked a little bit low from here, but the count 0-1 regardless. And McMillan had a big 2-run double with 2 out in the second inning yesterday. Gave the Packers a 2-1 lead at the time. This guy was really struggling, but last few games has put together solid at bat after solid at bat. And he had 3 hits in total in the win yesterday. So he swings and fouls this one right side of the play, the count 0-2. Gifford a strike away from stranding the 2 runners with second and third, 1 out.
And sometimes it takes a couple quality at bats, a walk, an error, and then next thing you know, your mojo's turned around and you're on a 5-6 game hitting streak. So, never know with this game.
Well, Gifford holds the set, and the 0-2 pitch swung on, hit sharply to second, fielded by Rover on a hop, throws to first in time to end the inning. Well, McMillan hit it hard, just right at the second baseman. So, no runs on 2 hits and 2 left, and we've played 2 from Rec Park here in Healdsburg. No score here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Newcomb's third pitch is a curveball. Hendricks slams it for a long drive into the lower right field stands, and it's all over but the shouting.
Rhodes cuts at the first pitch. And there goes the ball down the right field line. A home run into the seats, and the ball game's over.
And he connects. Hank Bauer moves back, but the ball is out of reach. A home run and a 7-5 Milwaukee victory. There's a drive at the deep left field. Look out now. That ball is going down.
Yankee crowd roaring now for some action. There's a high drive into deep right, and forget about it. It is gone. The ball game's over.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Art Littell delivers high drive. Hits it right center field.
That's gone.
It is gone.
Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant for the New York Yankees.
All right, top half of the third inning, no score from Rec Park. Crawdads and the Prune Packers going at it. Sammy Esparza steps in and takes strike 1.
I know my partner here, Michael Bearball, just had some good news for his Yankees. He wants to hold it in, but them just acquiring Anthony Rizzo just a couple minutes ago, they're really wanting to make a run here, Michael.
Yeah, it's so interesting as the 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. It seems like in years past where they've had, I think, better shots to win, they haven't done as much, but now they're like 4 games over 500. They got pummeled today. And
I fully agree.
They're out there making moves to get Gallo and Rizzo. As that one's inside, Esparza just goes down. That got him pretty good, square in the back. Walnut Creek manager Brant Cummings out of the dugout, check on his player. And he is really shaken up, trying to walk it off. I don't know if he'll be able to stay in the game. We'll see.
Yeah, that got him square in the lower back, and he went down like a pretty hard.
So Esparza,
not the biggest fellow too. So.
Crawdads, University of Hawaii, left fielder number 19, Ty Atkins.
Well, Esparza's going to try and stay in the game. He's going to run the bases. Leadoff runner for the Crawdads for Ty Atkins. And the pitch is outside. Throw to first, not in time. Esparza able to dive back. Prune Packers making Esparza move a little bit quicker than maybe he wants to right now.
I think Esparza's feeling pretty good. He still got some power in those legs.
And the pitch, Atkins squares the bunt, gets it down. Reinertsen off the mound will just get the out at first. Up to second is Esparza. And one retired. And back to the top of the lineup is Jordan Thompson.
Jordan Thompson.
Be interesting to see, just surfing Twitter to see what that return is in that Rizzo trade.
I know, I bet.
Gotta wonder if Luke Voigt's a part of that.
They had to give up something. It's a big find.
Me personally, I'd still like some bullpen help as
think
Thompson fouls it at the plate. Count on one.
Or just don't pull your pitch out too soon. Like Sherman.
No kidding. No kidding.
Jeez. But it's easy to coach from up here.
Absolutely.
It is easy.
Yeah, the current the criticism of the Yankees this year is too right-handed. Well, now the projected lineup looks like their 3 and 5 hitters could be left-handers.
It's like an old Murderers Row lineup right there.
Pitch outside, 1-0 to Thompson. We shall see. Of course, everybody has to be healthy, and all these guys are at the moment. So you knock on wood, they stay healthy and see if they can make a run. Breaking ball popped up in the infield. McMillan looks to have a beat on in at short, and he makes the catch.
You might be one of the few Yankee fans that are listening to or are part of this right now.
Right?
You're knocking on wood, and everyone else is like, them damn Yankees.
Everyone else,
yeah.
They want to know what the Giants or the A's are doing.
Yeah, I know. And so far, it's been the A's, the only thing making moves. Parte.
Yeah, Starling Marte to the Oakland A's. Giants haven't made a move yet. They still got about 21 and a half hours. Of course, Padres getting Max Scherzer. As Hayden Schott stands in, swings and misses.
And Frazier on Monday we got.
Yeah. I think the Dodgers may have just made a move as well. With, I think, Danny Duffy. That shot swings and fouls it. And the count 0-2. Yeah, Dodgers.
Mike multitasking right now. He's working 3 burners going. Look at that.
Jeff Passan, Danny Duffy going from the Royals to the Dodgers.
They needed a left-hander.
And shot lines one to center, going in Nager to make the catch to end the inning. So Reinertsen able to strand Esparza after hitting him. And at the end of 2.5 innings, still no score from Rec Park here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Home run! Lowenstein, a home run! Of course, Ryan on deck. Ashby, high drive, deep right field. Down the line, if it's fair, Astros win! Astros win! Home run for Alan Ashby. Vukovic slams one deep right field. It's all over! George Vukovic, a pinch hit home run! Deep right field, way back, cutter gone back to the wall. It's gone! Home run derby, and there will be tomorrow! And that's driven to deep right field. Back goes Marcy. Hit to right. Bass going back. Going back. It's gone. High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
We're in the bottom of the third inning. Prune Packer top of the lineup. Due up, starting with Seth Nager. Comes in 0 for 1, struck out swinging on 3 pitches back in the first.
I think I misspoke earlier. There's a few more Yankee fans, I think, listening out there, so I apologize. Okay, the Yankee Nation is strong, I know. Not just my friend Michael.
Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, the love him or you hate him. As Nager squares the bunt, gets it down. It's a good one, but it's going to roll foul. Would have been a heck of a bunt if he was able to keep it fair. But
he runs well, too, so.
And the count 0-1.
You got a lot of bagels up there. We got to get a crooked number, get some action going.
So Nager going to go grab his bat down in the count 0-1. Other games around the CCL at Pershing Park, the Conejo Oaks will take on the Santa Barbara Foresters. Up north, the Mudcats and the Potters will do battle, and the Academy Barons will take on the Arroyo Seco Saints. All those games will begin at 6 p.m. as Nager, kind of a half-hearted swing, goes around the count 0-2.
It's a nice crowd out here for a 3 o'clock start. I didn't know what to expect. Last time I was here, it was a later start and it was full house opening day, but nice crowd.
Nager takes outside, count 1-2. Of course, Saturday, it's doubleheader, 3 and 6 p.m., so at least Saturday night game, and then Monday night to close out the season.
Perfect.
As the 0-2 is fouled right back to the screen, the count remains 0-2, rather.
I think I'm going to come out there and be a fan. Maybe watch the game, have a nice beverage, and enjoy the last few games of Prune Packers before they enter in the playoffs, which I expect them to have a strong showing this year.
Gifford winds the 0-2. Swung on, hit in the air, down the right field line. Shot giving chase, and it'll drop foul and out of play. And we'll do the 1-2 again. Gifford 36 pitches through 2+ innings to this point. Pitch number 37 is swung on, hit off the end of the bat, and foul just to the left of home plate.
That's his go-to pitch, that little change-up on the outside. Got a little piece of it to stay alive right there, but that's been the pitch that's been working for him. Nice action on that pitch.
Yeah, the lefty's kind of diving down and away.
Yes.
When he got Pivaroff on, those 2 straight pitches to get a big strikeout in the second and third one-out scenario as time's called at the plate. Gifford came in with a 28-6 strikeout to walk ratio as he deals outside 2-2.
Setting up outside again. That's what we teach a lot of these kids. I know Joey does the same. 2 strikes, you want to cover, react. Cover the outside, react in. That's the best way so you're not going to get beat away.
And the 2-2 misses low, so Nager goes from 0-2 to 3-2. There are no easy outs in this Prune Packer lineup. All tough outs.
Like a mini Yankees lineup.
Gifford winds the full count pitch. Fastball inside. Nager works a walk, so from 0-2 to a walk, Nager is aboard to start the third.
Yeah, quality of bat right there. When you go 0-2 to work a walk, especially lead off an inning with no score, that could turn the team around, get something going. You know, from 0-2 to run on first with no outs. See if they can do something with this.
So Runyon stands in, singled in the first. He's 1 for 1 against swinging a hot bat, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. He takes ball 1 low. And the pitch swung on, chopped to the left side. Esparza fields, goes to second for 1, back to first, not in time. great pick by Dabbs to keep it in front of him. Would have been a tough play to turn to anyway. The high chopper wasn't hit all that hard. Esparza had the backhand go to second for the force, so it's a fielder's choice. Runyon to board, Nager out at second, and that'll bring up Ryan Targich.
Yeah, they did all they could do with that play right there. The ball pounded hard off the ground, and there was only one out to be made there, and it was a good twist. They made it close, but they got the lead runner.
Target switch hitter batting left, 0 for 1. And he swings and misses. Nice breaking ball from Gifford. The count 0-1. And a throw over to first. Diving back is Runyon. The CCL kind of has not necessarily a trade deadline, but the whole roster deadline as the pitch misses low. July 15th, when the roster's locked in terms of postseason, who's eligible for the postseason. That was about a couple weeks ago, actually 2 weeks ago to the day. So the guys that are on the rosters now will be the rosters you see come postseason time as pitch outside, tune 1.
And talking to Joey, there's been a lot of changes. I know since my first game when I came here opening day. I mean, people going to the USA team and to the Cape, and and he just adding new players, and they keep on winning. So that's a good thing.
Gifford holds the set, the 2-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and the count 2-2.
Gifford's a lot of confidence in that off speed. Throws it any count, buries it, and it must look really deceiving out there because they're getting a lot of swing throws.
Well, and back to the earlier point about the guys kind of coming and going, Packers have been dealing with a lot of injuries and dealing with 2 more right now, but they've essentially played at the same rate they have all year during that time as Targich takes the same pitch in the dirt. Count runs full 3-2.
Yeah, it's credit to coaching. It's a credit to players before them. I mean, winning breeds winning.
And the 2-2 swung on, hit sharply to second, pass Rover into right center field. Runyon up to second, he will hold there. Tough play for Tommy Rover at second, just couldn't get in front of it.
Yes. I bet she wish he had that over again. He kind of olayed it. I could see him putting a chest in front of that. It was going to hurt, but he could have stopped it. But that was a really, really hard hit ball. And now the Prune Packers are in business with 2 on and nobody out.
So going back to that Anthony Rizzo trade, so the Rangers are paying all of Joey Gallo's salary for the rest of the year. Well, the Cubs are doing the same with Anthony Rizzo. So the Yankees, who are so obsessed with staying under the luxury tax, still have $4 million to play with.
Who'd they give up, though? That's what I want to know.
Alcantara and Vizcaino. I don't know the first names, so I'm sure they'll come out soon. But
okay.
No Luke Voigt, which is interesting to me.
Yes.
I don't see at bats for him as Montgomery swings and fouls it down the right field line. Shot giving chase, and it'll drop. Foul, the count on 1. I don't see at bats for him. He's on the IL right now. He's slated to come off the IL any day now. But I'm sure at this point he will get traded somehow.
That is... Yeah, they're worried about the luxury tax. They got that Yes Network. They got the biggest TV contract.
Yeah. If George Steinbrenner were alive.
Oh, yeah. I think he'd be proud of this one. Yeah, they're in the news.
Yeah, right.
We're talking about him.
0-1 pitch misses low. No. Bounces away from Tajero, but holding are the runners. And it's funny, I listened to a podcast not too long ago, and they would joke about, even if the Mets made a move, Steinbrenner would make one just to take him out of the news, take him out of the headlines. Didn't necessarily help the Yankees, but it took the Mets out of the headlines.
You are right. No such thing as bad news, just news. Yep.
And the 1-1. Lined into left field for a base hit. Runyon will hold at third. The ball was hit very hard. Atkins able to get it in quickly. But the bases are going to be loaded for Kimball Schuessler.
Kimball Schuessler.
That ball was smoked. Yeah. Joey smart. He gave the stop sign while he was still in the shade on this 90-degree day. Very good.
Schuessler comes in 0 for 1. He grounded out in the second.
They had a similar opportunity earlier, and they got out of it. Walnut Creek got out of it. So let's see if there's something different can happen here with the Prune Packers. They're willing to do 2 for 1. Double play depth.
And the pitch. There's a strike. Count 0-1 on Schuessler.
Oh, there is one out, yes.
And the pitch, swinging a foul right at the plate. And count quickly 0-2. Well, we saw Gifford work out of a jam in the second inning. This one a little bit difficult. Bases loaded, 1 out, but has an 0-2 count on Schuessler.
I foresee him just trying to nibble, go to that pitch, a little combio on the outside, nibble. See if they can fish at something. He's been successful with that so far all game.
0-2, check swing. Yes, he did, says home plate umpire Dave Iniquez. Schuessler down on strike, a big strikeout for Foster Gifford. 2 are gone for Austin Boast.
That's a tough one right there. Yeah, you gotta let that one go. That's tough.
Boast comes in at
it's that whole relaxed aggression. You can be relaxed, but you need to be aggressive. But 0-2 count, you know what the pitcher's trying to do a little bit. So
Boast at 253, 3 homers, 29 RBIs, and a swing and a miss. Pitch inside, count 0-1. Wouldn't this be a magic trick to work out of this jam?
The Packers are real aggressive swinging right now. They still need to stay in the zone.
Gifford struck out 4 batters to just 1 walk to this point.
It's a good ratio.
It's about right on cue with his strikeout to walk ratio coming in 28-6. The 0-1 in the dirt, blocked nicely by Tahiro. The count 1-1. Still no score from Rec Park, but the Prune Packers have the bases loaded with 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
I bet Gifford's going to come back with that same pitch.
One ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Swung on, chopped foul over toward the Packer dugout. Count 1-2. Runyon's on 3rd. Targich on 2nd, and Montgomery is at 1st. And a 1-2 count on Austin Boast. Gifford sets. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Boast down on strikes. Packers strand the bases loaded. And we've played 3 innings. Still no score from Rec Park. Here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Into deep left center from Mitchell, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Now the 2-2. Well hit down the left field line. Way back in. When I was active, oh man, Tony Pena on 3-0 sends everybody home.
Fly ball, right field. Maybe. It could be. Back at the wall.
And here's a drive to left. It's mighty high. It's mighty far. And good night.
As long as, oh, that's hit well to center field. Finley goes back. It's over. A shot into center field. Back, track, wall gone. And with that, the Yankees have won Game 1 of the ALCS.
In the air to left. It's deep. It's very deep. It's 3-0 Yankees in the series.
Hits into deep left center. 13th inning. Mets win Game 3. And
No score, top half of the 4th inning from Rec Park. And the Walnut Creek Crawdads will have Diego Muniz leading off. Muniz, Dabbs, and Warner, 3, 4, and 5. And the new pitcher for the Prune Packers is Derek Bridges, 6'1", 215-pound left-hander out of Texas Tech University, making his 13th appearance of the season, coming in with a 2.34 ERA. And the first pitch is fastball strike, count 0-1. 20 strikeouts to 10 walks in 15 1/3 innings.
Carries a little wipeout slider, too. It's pretty nice. I think it's his strikeout pitch. It's
And the 0-1 fouled right back to the screen. Count 0-2. Muniz 0 for 1. Grounded out in the first. Bridges, the left-hander, sets. And the 0-2, swinging a foul. This one back to the backstop.
took something off that one. Good pitch.
Do the 0-2 again. Packers got 3 shutout innings by Henrik Reinertsen, the starter. Yeah, 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Muniz down swinging for the first out of the 4th.
First baseman number 37, Chase Dabbs.
Yeah, look like a little off-speed pitch, a little changeup. Ran outside the zone. Chased at it. Great 2-strike pitch.
Now the left-hander hitting Chase Dabbs stands in. And it's a fastball strike right down the middle. Dabbs also grounds it out in the second. He's 0 for 1.
I think there's a chance we'll see a slider.
There it is, but it's hit sharply into center field for a base hit.
That's a nice break to it, but he left it up. Left it right there. And that's in this league. Good hitters will hit that. Can't leave that. Good hitters hit mistakes.
So 1 out base runner for Walnut Creek, and then I'll bring up Trevor Warner. Singled on the first pitch in the second. Warner comes in, 285, 6 homers, 27 RBIs. And the first pitch to him, swung on in line foul. Right side out of play, the count 0-1. Looking at the CCL standings in particular for the playoffs, the 2 through 5 seeds are separated by about 2.5 games between the Potters, Arroyo Seco Saints, Slow Blues, and the Orange County Riptide. Packers have already locked up the top seed, but the 2 through 5 seeds are still in question as Bridges throws over to first, and getting back easily is Dabbs. So we likely won't know the official seeding really until Sunday night when the final games are played. Of course, that'll begin next Wednesday in Lincoln, Wednesday through Friday, with the championship Friday at 6 p.m. The 0-1, Swung on and looped into center field. Nager coming in. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. Up to second is Dabbs. Back-to-back singles for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. 2 on with 1 out. And that'll bring up Tommy Rover. Rover 0 for 1, flew out to Nager in center field. That was in the second. Now the Prune Packers are in a jam themselves. Foster Gifford's been able to dance in and out of 2 in a row. Now it's Bridges' turn to try and do the same. And the first pitch, Rover squares the bunt, gets it down the third base line, and it'll roll foul again. Took the exact same bounce that Nager's bunt did in the bottom of the third. Was beautifully placed, but hit the wrong spot in the grass.
First 3 hops looked promising, and then it took a little left turn. That's a base hit all the way if it stays.
So Rover, let's see if he tries it again. Blake Piveroff now in on the grass at third. Middle infield playing double play depth, hoping to turn 2. Bridges holds the set, checks Dabbs at second, checks him again, and the pitch, Rover squares, misses this time, back pick to first. It's off the helmet of Warner. It's in play. It goes over toward the Crawdad dugout. Up to second and third are the runners. And I think Walnut Creek manager Brent Cummings saying that ball went out of play, but I don't think so. Ball remained in play the whole time from what I saw. And now the runners are at second and third. So take away the double play possibility with 1 out.
Yeah, a good throw right there. I think that had him. He had a big lead. He was big secondary, momentum going the other way, and then just snap throw off his helmet, and runners advance. Now they're cooking.
Well, Bridges needs a strikeout, and he gets it. Swing and a miss on the high fastball from Rover.
That's big league right there.
2 are gone, and that'll bring up Zach Tajero. Runners at second and third for Walnut Creek. Warner at second, Dabbs at third. Tajero, left-handed hitter against the lefty Bridges. And the first pitch, fastball strike, count 0-1. Tajero 0 for 1, ground out in second. Grounded out right back to Henrik Reinertsen for the 1-3 put out. And the pitch inside, Tajero is hit. Second Crawdad batter to be hit this afternoon. Bases are loaded for Sammy Esparza.
Now batting from California State University East Bay, shortstop, number 14, Sammy Esparza.
And the other Walnut Creek hitter to be hit today was Sammy Esparza.
That's a tough one. I'm sure Coach Gomes didn't like that one. He could have got him with a fastball. He hung that slider a little bit, and next thing you know, got bases loaded for the Crawdads.
And the pitch swung on and fouled right side out of play. The count 0-1. Esparza coming in at just 167. No homers, 6 RBIs.
We haven't got it yet. Let's see who's going to step up.
One ball, one strike. Swung on, chopped right back to Bridges, who fields it cleanly and throws to first in time to get Esparza. Well, the Prune Packers and Derek Bridges get out of their own jam themselves. And at the end of 3.5 innings, no score from Rec Park here in Healdsburg. Here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Alfonso Soriano wins the game.
Jeter hits it into right. Back
wall. Game over. Yankees win and the series is tied.
Call for a big fly. Nixon high in the air, deep to center. Burns is back at the warning track at the wall. It's gone! And the Red Sox have stayed alive with a win in the 11th.
In the 8th inning, leading by 3 as Boone hits it to deep left. That might send the Yankees to the World Series. Boone, a hero in Game 7. Down the left field line. That ball is trouble. It is gone. And the Marlins have won Game 4.
Doesn't have to wait to see what happens.
Swinging a drive right field. Way back. Turning Berkman. It is gone. Atlanta wins it.
David Ortiz, you see that number today with 3 hits.
This could be 4. Back it goes. It's over. The Red Sox win, and they're moving on up. Ortiz into deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight. Kent waits. In the air. We go to St. Louis with Houston in front 3 games to 2.
Blake McDonald to lead things off for the Prune Packers here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. No score. Tied on the scoreboard and tied in runners left on base too. 6-6.
Something's got to change soon.
First pitch to McDonald is a fastball strike on the inner half. Count 0-1. McDonald 1 for 1, singled in the second, was left stranded. And the pitch outside, picked nicely behind the plate by Tajero. The count 1-1. And the pitch swung on, fouled right side out of play. Count now 1-2. And the pitch in the dirt. Count even at 2-2 for McDonald, with Blake Pivaroff waiting on deck.
I like it. Foster just gets the ball and pitches it. I mean, doesn't waste much time. Gets in his tempo. Infielders love that.
Gifford winds. And the 2-2 in the dirt. Tajero again keeping it in front. Runs count full 3-2. Packers looking for a leadoff base runner. Got a leadoff walk from Seth Nager in the 3rd, but we're unable to push anything across. In fact, I had the bases loaded 1 out. As McDonald fouls it away again.
Putting a quality at bat together. I remember going against him when he was at Montgomery, man. He was always a problem up there.
Three balls in, 2 strikes. To McDonald, the pitch. Fastball high, ball 4.
Great at bat.
Good at bat for McDonald. He's on to start the 4th, and that'll bring up Blake Pivaroff.
See, Coach Gomes is going to start coaching now. He's going to put some things in action. See him stretching out over there, doing a few things. Let's see.
Pivaroff stands in 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd. And the pitch, there's a backdoor slider strike, count 0-1. Gifford holds the set. And the pitch, Pivaroff squares the butt and misses. So the count now 0-2.
Looking a little perturbed over there, Coach Gomes. I can see why. Looked like it might have been a missed sign and then a missed bunt attempt, and now you're 0-2.
Pitch, fastball right there. Strike 3 called. Piveroff down looking for the first out. Gonna bring up Ian McMillan.
Shortstop, number 12, Ian McMillan.
McMillan 0 for 1, grounded out in the second to the second baseman, Tommy Rover. So Gifford sets, and the first pitch to McMillan inside, the count 1-0. And the pitch to McMillan inside again, 2-0 the count. McDonald on first. And the pitch swung on and missed. The count 2-1, fastball.
Yeah, he was looking to try to do some damage with that swing. 2-0, Cookie.
Top of the order, Seth Nager on deck. And the pitch swung on, fouled right side and out of play. And the count even at 2-2.
You probably learned where to park now, huh?
Oh, yeah. Way down the street. Two balls and 2 strikes on McMillan. The pitch swung on, fouled into the Prune Packer dugout. We'll do the 2-2 again. No score, bottom of the 4th inning from Rec Park in Healdsburg. Walnut Creek Crawdads and the Healdsburg Prune Packers doing battle for the final time in the 2021 season, as time is called at the plate by McMillan. Prune Packers have one more go-around in CCL play with the Crawdads today. Doubleheader with the Mudcats on Saturday and a game with the Potters on Sunday as a swing and a miss, strike 3. McMillan down on strikes for out number 2.
Our next receiver is college center fielder number 22, Seth Nager.
Yeah, hats off to Foster Gifford. I mean, he's made some big pitches when he needs to this today, and to go through this lineup a couple times with a 0 says a lot right now. I mean, he has been dodging danger, and when he needed to strike out, he would get it. So far so good, but a lot of game left.
The last 4 outs he's recorded have all been strikeouts as Nager squares his bunt and takes outside. Count 1-0. Struck out the last 2 batters to end the 3rd. Walked McDonald to start the 4th, but then struck out Piveroff and McMillan. Seven strikeouts for Gifford, and he deals a fastball in the outside corner. The count 1-1.
His location's been great. He'll throw that now. He'll throw that same pitch, but it'll take about 7-10 off it, and then they're twirling through it.
And the fastball strike, same spot. Count 1-2. No runs on 5 hits for the Prune Packers. No runs on 3 hits for the Crawdads. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nager down swinging to end the inning. Gifford strikes out the side. In fact, 5 straight strikeouts for Gifford. At the end of 4 innings of play, no score from Rec Park here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Their walk-off by their star, Salvador Perez.
Smokes this one into left field. Around third is Duvall. Here comes Jazz. He's gonna score. And Jorge Alfaro.
And this one into left field, base hit, and the Rangers win it. Nate Lowe delivers his 16th RBI of the season.
Feel good. First walk-off hit in nearly 2 seasons.
And Andrew lines one into left field, a base hit. Harper around third, heading for home. The throw by Dickerson is not in time. A breath. The Giants are getting the baseball.
And the pitch. Arise has it. Not an easy play. His throw wide, and the A's are going to win.
You got to be kidding me.
Kemp scores. Andrus scores.
Unbelievable.
An error kept the game going. Another error and 2-run score.
We're in the 5th, still no score from Rec Park, and on the mound still is Derek Bridges. Ty Atkins lead things off for the Crawdads, 9-1 and 2 due up. And lefty to lefty, the first pitch drifts outside, the count 1-0. Atkins 0 for 1, grounded out in the 3rd. And the pitch misses just a bit low, and the count 2-0.
Another reason to come to this park, Michael, is they have good in-between inning music. You know, I like their little mix here. Very good, very entertaining, as we're looking for entertainment right now.
2-0, looped to short. McMillan coming in. He's going to play it on a hop. Throws to first in time to get Atkins by a step for out number 1 to start the 5th.
Now batting from Texas A&M University, center fielder number 16, Jordan Thompson.
That's a major league play right there. Very good. Read the hop, strong arm, got on top of it, knew the speed of the runner, got him by half step.
Jordan Thompson, the leadoff man, stands in 0 for 2. Fly out and a pop out to this point. And the first pitch swung on and missed. The count 0-1. Nothing to nothing. We're in the top of the 5th. And the pitch up and away. Count even at 1-1. And pitch outside. 2-1 the count. And swung on, hit in the air, foul, right side now to play. Evens things up at 2-2.
Just trying to bunch a few hits together. Getting a walk, an error, a hit, you know, that's how things get started. But it sounds like the way the pattern's been going is when these pitchers get in trouble, they bear down, get a strikeout, do it themselves.
Pitch, fastball in there, strike 3 call in the inside corner to get Thompson. He did not think so. Has some words with home plate umpire David Niquez as he goes back to the dugout. 2 are retired for Hayden Schott.
Right on cue.
Crawdad manager Brant Cummings also chirping from the first base dugout. And the first pitch is shot is fouled back. a wild pitch, saying it hit off the catcher's glove that brought home a run. And that caused one of the Potters coaches to get thrown out. As shot swings and misses, chases a pitch out of the zone. We'll all continue that story as we've played 4.5 innings. Still no score here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Fastball throughout this at-bat.
Gerald Laird is on deck for the Braves. And there's a ball hit out to right field. It's a base hit. Rounding third, Jordan Schaefer. Here's the play at the plate, and he's safe, and the Braves win it.
Fielder trying to drive the lead catcher today, and it's a fair ball. That'll do it down the right field line. Here comes Torrealba. Dexter Fowler delivers, and the Rockies win it. A 2-out, 10th inning rally.
But all he was going to do with that pitch was beat it into the ground someplace. A drive to right center. To the gap. Escobar scores. Mauer coming around. Play at the plate, not in time. And Domick delivers the game winner.
Down the middle for strike 3 if it goes to that middle.
And the pitch is inside.
Bottom half of the 5th inning, no score. Prune Packers will have Braden Runyon leading things off. Runyon, Ryan Targich, and Torrin Montgomery will take on Foster Gifford for a 3rd time. Haven't been able to push anything across to this point.
I feel this is the inning. Something's going to come across this inning, Michael.
Runyon chops one left side, fielded by Warner on a couple hops, throws to first in time for out number 1. So first pitch out, exactly what Gifford wanted. Still got time, only 1 out. And I'll bring up Ryan Targich, who's 1 for 2.
Foster Gifford just been dealing, just doing a great, staying off the Packers' barrels of the bats, making maybe 1 or 2 hard-hit balls, key strikeouts. Works a great pace. Fielders love that. I mean, doing a great job.
Target switch hitter batting left, hits one, knocked down by Gifford on the mound, throws to first, and throw is wide off of depth. I think that may have hit Targich as he was running down the first base line. Ball went out of play, which means Targich is going to get second base. Kind of a wild play there. The ball was hit very hard right back to Gifford, knocked it down with his glove, and had enough time. Had he made a strong throw, would have been able to get Targich, but throw went, I think, hit Targich somewhere and ricocheted out of play.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts there. Ball hit strong up the middle, but he couldn't locate it right away, and that was the key to get him down the line. And then the throw was there, just wasn't caught, and then it goes out of play, and now Packers are got a runner in scoring position.
So Torrin Montgomery will stand in. And the first pitch to him. Check swing, but they say he went around. Count 0-1.
Outfield playing really deep.
Yeah, Montgomery has a lot of power. 8 home runs on the season. And takes ball 1.
So any ground ball through the hole should be able to score standing up the way the outfield's playing.
Montgomery hits one on the ground, threw into left field for a base hit. Up to third is Targich. They are going to hold him there. Montgomery takes a turnaround first. So toward Montgomery with a single, his second hit of the afternoon, and that'll bring up Kimball Schuessler.
I stand corrected. Ball was hit through the hole, but, the shortstop almost had a play on it. It was a broken bat through the hole, and they had to hold him up, run around first and third with one out. But this is where Foster has been doing his best game, throwing his best game right now with a little pressure on him.
So Gifford in a jam. Runners out the corners with one out. And the pitch, fastball misses low. Schuessler 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout to this point. Gifford holds the set, the 1-0. Swung on here on the ground to short, back in it by Esparza, go to second for one, Rover to first, the throw is wide! It goes past, stabs to the fence, scoring is Sargich, and the Packers, that's how they take a 1-0 lead.
Foster got the ball he needed. What a great job. Got his ground ball, throw an apple, get a pair, and they had plenty of time, and the throw was errant, and Prune Packers go up 1-0. Tough break for Foster.
Have been pitching so well and looked like he had gotten out of danger once again, but the error by Tommy Rover nets the Packers their first run. As Austin Bose stands in and takes ball one low and outside. Bose 1 hit, 2 at bats, singled in the second, struck out in the third. And fastball, same spot, misses again. Gifford holds the set, and the 2-0. Swung on a line, foul down the left field line into the Prune Packer bullpen. Count 2-1. One to nothing, Healdsburg. Here in the bottom of the fifth. 2-1, swing and a miss by Bose. The count 2-2.
He was looking for more than a single there. And nice cut at it.
And the pitch swung on, fouled, right side out of play. We'll do it again.
That's close where I parked.
And the 2-2 swung on, hit on the ground down the third baseline, foul. And we'll do the 2-2 once more. Kimball Schuessler on first after reaching on the error by the second baseman Tommy Rover. Gifford holds the set, the 2-2, swung on and again fouled back. Nice at bat by Austin Bose.
Do you got how many pitches Foster has thrown by any chance? He looks strong.
Next pitch will be number 93.
Okay.
Through 4 2/3. Pitch. In the dirt, Bose able to hold up, and the count runs full 3-2, so that'll start Schuessler from first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out.
And that's what's giving his pitch count up. They've extended these counts really good, even if it's got a strikeout. They got him on 6-7 pitch at bats, which will lengthen your pitch count pretty quick.
There goes Schuessler, the pitch, swung on, hit on the ground up the middle, and through past the dive of Esparza into center field. Going to third is Schuessler. They're going to send him around. The throw from the center fielder. Thompson is up the line, and Schussler hops over the baseball, touches home plate, and scores. Austin Boasts up to second, and the Prune Packers have a 2-0 lead.
Great, that's a great move by Coach Gomes right there. I was watching him the whole time as he kept winding him up, The center fielder had to come a long ways to get that ball. The ball was dead in the grass, and they had to come and make a good throw, and you got to make the other team play fast catch. And great coaching move by Joey, and great hustle to get that second run. Sometimes you got to do that to make things happen. They forced it a little bit, and it came up to their favor.
First pitch to Blake McDonald, swung on and missed. The count 0-1. How about a little athleticism from the Prune Packer backstop?
Yeah.
Gifford, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and the count 0-2.
That's what I love about this game. The little nuances. They went from 2-2 to 3-2. 3-2, you got to start the runner. That starting the runner got him on a single to score. On a regular single to center field, got him to score just by starting the runner, just because he extended the count. So a lot of things in play there to create that run.
Pitch misses outside, and the count now 1-2 on Blake McDonald, who comes in officially 1 for 1, singled in the second, and he walked in the fourth. Gifford holds the set, the 1-2. Swung on a line into left field for a base hit. Coming around third is Austin Boast. The throw from the left fielder Atkins is cut off. It is an RBI single for Blake McDonald, and that makes it 3-0 Healdsburg.
I felt good about this inning, Michael. I think, good. We could get a few runs. Blake's been just a mess for the other team all day. I mean, it's the third time getting on base. Look at him, and he's 30, and just a picture of a hard grind out baseball player, and we're still halfway through this game.
Manager Brant Cummings out of the dugout and at the mound. Hasn't made a move yet, and he's going to keep Gifford in there with 2 outs here in the fifth. And as Prune Packers have scored 3 times, and you said it, you felt good about this inning, but the first pitch ground out to Braden Runyon, then you maybe kind of held yourself a little bit, but since then, single, error, single.
Maybe I go to casino tonight.
So Blake Piveroff stands in. And the pitch swung on, fouled left side out of play. The count 0-1. Piveroff 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. Gifford sets the 0-1 outside, and the count even at 1-1.
Yeah, he must be well past the 100 pitch mark by now.
Right at 100. Pitch number 101 is line foul, and the count is 1-2. When you walk out to the mound in a situation like that, you just feeling the pitcher out and see if he's got enough left in the tank to get that final out?
Yes, and you always know they're going to say they feel good, but you got to feel them and you got to ask them right questions and all that. They're always going to say, I'm good, but it's up to you to.
As Piveroff lines it foul.
A lot of times you want to make sure that, especially if a game like he's pitched, you want to make sure he comes in and feels good about his outing. His outing has been pretty good. This last few, they strung a few hits together. An error doesn't help the situation. So you want to build on this performance for his next performance, and he's done a really good job today.
Pitch swung on and missed. Piveroff strikes out for the 3rd time this afternoon, but the Packers score 3 times on 4 hits and the error, and they leave 1. At the end of 5 innings of play, it's 3-0 Prune Packers from the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
From Bruce, it's up the line, and the Pirates win the ball game. Travis Snyder with a walk-off winner. It's 5-4.
Fly ball right center field. That's going to get down. That's going to be a game winner. Ugla around third. Simmons wins the game in the 10th. With a double, it's a 5-4 final.
Phillies. There goes Gomez, and Bencourt lines one right center. Gomez on his way to third, and they're going to send him. Here comes a throw. Gomez is safe. The Brewers win.
Line drive toward left field. Pierre's on his way. It is gone! Wow! A grand slam walk-off home run for John Mayberry. How about that to finish up a ball game? Mayberry's homered for the second time, and the Phillies can celebrate. 7-3, the final score at 11.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming to Lombardozzi. And another fastball flied out to left. Baxter over, makes the catch, tagging at third. LaRoche, he heads on in.
We've reached the 6th. Packers lead at 3-0. New pitcher is Roman Fansacker, 6'1", 200-pounder out of Stillwater, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State University. Making his 9th appearance, comes in 1-0 with a 4.10 ERA. 23 strikeouts to 8 walks in 15 1/3 innings to this point. Last appeared on the 25th, going 2 1/3, allowing just 1 hit, walking 1, and striking out 5. And his first assignment is Diego Muniz, and he deals a first pitch strike to count 0-1. Muniz 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout, and he swings and misses, and is down on the count 0-2.
Yeah, Okie State's not, at least in the past when I played there, it's not the most pitcher-friendly place, you know, so you really have to have command, have some really electric stuff, because the ball likes to fly out of there.
Fonsacker's 0-2 pitch, fastball up high, and the count 1-2. Packers lead at 3-0. 3-run bottom half of the 5th. Coach Mayo called it. So that one's hit on the ground to short for McMillan, who fields on a couple hops, throws to first in time for the first out of the 6th inning.
From St. Mary's College, first baseman number 37.
1 out for Chase Dabbs, the first baseman. 1 for 2, grounded out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th.
Yeah, I had a great visit with Joey today. Just we reminisce about stuff when he used to live with me. He lived with me for a couple of years. Johnny lived with me. His brother lived with me a couple of years, and some crazy times.
Dabbs fouls it, or doesn't foul it, hits it high and deep down the left field line. Bose giving chase, and that's going to stay fair, and one hop the wall. Dabbs on his way to second with a double. Boy, he fooled me. Ball looked...
Whoa.
Yeah, it looked like it was going foul, but stayed in play, and you take a look at that wind. Was blowing out toward left center field, so now we know why that ball stayed in fair territory. So that brings up Trevor Warner with a runner on second and 1 out.
Yeah, that was interesting. Sorry.
So Warner stands in 2 for 2, pair of singles. And the first pitch is fastball right down the middle, called strike. Fonsager sets the 0-1. Fastball just missed a bit outside, and the count 1-1.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's low 90s right there.
Runner on second, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pitch chased out of the zone, the count 1-2. Fonsucker trying to strand Dabbs at second, who doubled with 1 out. 1-2 the count. And the pitch swung on, hit on the ground to third. Pivarov fields cleanly, gathers and throws to first just in time to get the speedy Warner. 2 are gone, and they'll bring up Tommy Rover.
Batting from San Joaquin Delta, second baseman number 4, Tommy Rover.
Rover, left-handed hitter, comes in 0 for 2, fly out and a strikeout to this point. And the pitch in there for a strike. And the count 0-1. And the pitch misses low. Count even at 1-1 on Tommy Rover with 2 out here in the top of the 6th. Fonsocker's 1-1. There's a strike. Took a little bit off there, and the count now 1-2.
Yeah, real loose windup, real nice, little lengthy body type. Like he can put a lot behind the ball. 6'1".
1-2, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the base umpire. Rover down on strikes for the second time to end the inning. And we are through 5.5 here at Rec Park. The Packers lead at 3-0 here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Not just that play in general. The Phillies have had a really bad year defensively. And
Oh, is that number 1? Andrew Vaughn, I told you guys. This would be the night. Andrew Vaughn picks up his first big league home run. Had that feeling in my bad knee, guys.
Turn the lights on at least. See the kid run around the bases. There we go. He spit on the changeup the pitch before. It looked like he was seeing the ball really well, and then he got something a little up, hammered it.
A 2-run shot, White Sox doubling up the Twins. He's 23 years old, 3rd overall pick, top bat, coming out in the 2019 draft. He was the 12th overall prospect according to MLB.com. He is as polished of a college player in terms of offensive skills as we've seen, and that right there was his first big league home run.
Garrett Cole goes the distance. 99 on the last pitch of the night.
How would you like to lower your business telecom budget by 30 to 40%? No matter where you are in the United States, IGT Consult is here to serve you. Scan us a copy of your phone and internet bill, and we'll send you a free analysis with competitive bids for your telecom needs. Why pay retail when you don't have to? Contact IGT agent J.D. Marr at 916-275-5597. That's 916-275-5597. Or visit us at igtconsult.com.
Bregman would like to get him to scamper home. 2 on, 2 out, 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it in 10.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Packers lead at 3-0. As Ian McMillan will stand in, 9-1 and 2 due up for the Prune Packers. And the new pitcher for the Walnut Creek Crawdads is the right-hander Walker Zander out of Houston, Texas, and Texas A&M University. Making his 9th appearance, is 0-3 with an 8.04 ERA. In 15 2/3 innings, 16 strikeouts to 9 walks. And his first pitch to Ian McMillan is inside, ball 1.
Yeah, we closed the book on Foster Gifford, but I thought he had a pretty good outing, over 100 pitches, but, he wasn't helped by his defense, but a lot of good things he showed today on this tough lineup that he had to face.
And the 1-0 is swung on foul. Right side, Dabbs giving chase, and it will drop out of play. And the count 1-1. Gifford's line, 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, none of them earned. 2 walks and 9 strikeouts.
They hit the ball on him, but when he needed a strikeout, he performed.
1-1 is outside, and the count 2-1. McMillan coming in, 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. And pitch, there's a strikeout or half, and the count 2-2. Packers lead it 3-0, bottom half of the 6th. And the pitch swinging a foul to play. Tajero unable to hold on.
One of the things we were talking with Joey about, when he lived with me, one of the interesting funny things, he used to keep his room, it was like a meat locker, super cold. We had the windows open and all that. People would come over, why is his room so cold? That's the way he liked to keep his room cold. The whole house was warm, and he would and that's just, any people would just say his room's like a meat locker, and that's just how he lived. And it was just low maintenance stuff. He was an easy roommate.
Pitch outside, count full 3-2.
Good times. Talked a lot of good baseball, a lot of little late at night, a lot of scenarios and stuff. And I knew then that he was going to be special and do something with kids, with older kids.
McMillan, 3-2, fouled back. We'll do it again. Can only imagine what the conversations were like.
They were spirited, for lack of a better word. And I used to try to get him going when he used to just do lessons. I said, hey, you need a coach. You think, it's fun when you instruct a good person, but you try to have 15, 20 guys, that's when you got to work things a little bit, And then come up to the challenge, and look at him. He's nothing but success since he's been here. So
McMillan in the right center field. Thompson and Schott converging. It'll be Thompson making the play in right center field for out number 1 to start the 6th. McMillan is now 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Seth Nager. Nager 0 for 2 officially, pair of strikeouts. He also walked, that was in the 3rd. Nager, left-handed hitter. And the pitch, fastball outside. And the count 1-0. 3-0, the Prune Packers lead it. That one's chopped foul and broke his bat. A piece of the bat went flying out towards second base. And the count is 1-1. So Nager gets his new piece of lumber. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Walker Zander hoping to keep this at 3-0. And that one's line foul down the right field line. The count 1-2. Zander holds the set and the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nager down on strikes for the 3rd time this afternoon. He's now 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Braden Runyon.
Yeah, the Crawdads have a lot of success on that unleaded on the outside. That's been the strikeout pitch. You know, hard in, slow away, and then and the Prune Packers have been aggressive on that, and that's how they got a fair amount of strikeouts today. The Prune Packers, but a lot of that has to go to credit to the Crawdads pitching.
Runyon stands in 1 for 3, and he chops this one slowly. Esparza coming in, fielding it, throws to first off balance, pulls Dabs off the bag. The throw is to the right of first base if you're looking at it from shortstop, and he tried to put his foot back on the bag but was too late.
Hargage.
Yeah, those are plays you always, a lot of coaches have problems with it. If you have plenty of time, sometimes at shortstop you want to set your feet and just throw a rocket over there instead of throwing on the run. Sometimes that ball tails. He had plenty of time, but he had to move off the bag, and the first baseman did a great job of fielding the ball first, or it would have been to the screen. Might have been on second base.
So Runyon aboard for Ryan Targich, and he takes inside, count 1-0. Targich 2 for 3, pair of singles, scored in that 3-run 5th inning. That was the second error of the afternoon for the Crawdads. And the pitch swung on, chopped foul, count even at 1-1.
Yeah, I used to say when our teams used to get a playoffs, most games are lost, are won. If you could make your plays and all that, you have a chance. So in big games, usually you lose a game rather than someone hits a 3-run homer to win it. At least in the lower levels, I see that happen a lot.
As Targich chops it foul, and first base coach Max Shoup making a play.
Shoup, there it is. Very nice. But anyways, yes. So taking care of the ball is key, especially when it comes to playoffs for these Prune Packers. They will have to take care of the ball because they will be in games like this. Everyone has pitching by the time you get to playoffs.
Runner goes, pitch low, throw to second base is in time. Runyon came off the bag. I think he overslid, and Sammy Esparza applied the tag to end the inning. So Runyon is out, and Ryan Targich will lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. And as we've played 6, the Packers lead at 3-0 here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
Bregman would like to get him to scamper home. 2 on, 2 out, 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it in time.
And Turner in the air to center field. That ball's hit well. Martinez on the run. This is way back, and it is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner.
The Dodgers are up 2 games to none, and they are going crazy.
Altuve not going 3-2, and Correa hits this one out in the right center field, and that one's going to get down for a base hit. Altuve is on his way to third base, and Altuve around third and coming home. Here's a throw to the plate by Gregorius. It's dropped by Sanchez. Altuve scores, and the Astros win it 2-1. Carlos Correa, the hero. Swung on, banged to third. Down the line it goes. Fair ball. Base hit into the corner. Here comes Jackson. The Indians win it. And on the 10th pitch of the at-bat, he banged a single down the third baseline, and the Indians, in one of the most improbable comebacks.
We're in the 7th. Packers 3, Crawdads nothing, as a swing and a miss to start the 7th inning by Zach Tejero. Count 0-1. Roman Fansacker still on the mound for the Prune Packers. And the pitch low. And the count 1-1. Tejero was hit by a pitch in the 4th, grounded out in the 2nd. And the pitch taken outside. The count 2-1. And the 2-1. Fastball inside. 3-1 the count now. Crawdads hoping to get something going. Down by 3 here in the 7th. So get into the late innings. And the pitch chopped foul. And count run full. 3-2.
Still a chip away. They get a run here, try to close the gap, shorten the game up. But like I said, time is starting to run out, but a lot of zeros up there.
Fansacker sets, getting ready for a 3-2 pitch. And here it comes, outside ball 4. So Tejero is on base for the 2nd time this afternoon. He works a leadoff walk, and that'll bring up the 8th place hitter, Sammy Esparza.
Barracks from California State University, East Bay. Shortstop, number 14, Sammy Esparza.
Talking about games that are lost. Did you see the Bellinger throw on Monday?
Oh, my goodness. That was
unbelievable.
Sold it.
That was 40 feet.
Yeah. That's the exact distance that John Miller said on the radio broadcast.
That was crazy. If he was throwing that from center field, it would have been a great throw to the plate. But
Esparza takes strike 1 in the count 0-1. Yeah, Giants just keep on winning again today, 5-0.
And the Dodgers are still minus 250 to win a division. I mean, they're still the favorites to win. Which
fastball or breaking ball outside, count 1-1. Nobody out here in the 7th. And the pitch, swinging a chopper foul. And the count goes to 1-2.
Is there no extra base hits today? Well, it's not good radio to ask questions, but
Dabs doubled in the 6th.
Okay,
Chase Dabs for the Crawdads, and for the Prune Packers.
I figured there's a lot of singles.
I don't see any for the Prune Packers, so just the 1.
Death by paper cuts.
And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Esparza down on strikes. He's now 0 for 2 officially. Retired via the strikeout, and that'll bring up Ty Atkins.
From University of Hawaii, left fielder 19, Ty Atkins.
First pitch, swing and a miss by Atkins. And the count 0-1. He comes in 0 for 2. Pair of groundouts to this point.
I'd love to hear what their plans are for Roman at Okie State. He has a lot of good action. You can see look like he has a high ceiling. Good arm action, firm. A couple good, plus pitches he throws, secondary pitches.
Swung on and fouled back.
That's firm right there. I know we had a gun. Someone had a gun down here.
Yeah. Some of the Crawdads players have been sitting, getting gunned on their pitchers, but not ours.
Okay.
We've occasionally had someone out here radaring, scouts, other people like that. 0-2. Up and away. The count 1-2 now. Top of the lineup, Jordan Thompson on deck. Fastball outside, and the count 2-2. 27 pitches for Fonseca through an inning and a third to this point. And the 2-2. Upstairs, count runs full, 3-2. See if maybe the Crawdads put anything in motion, trailing by 3 runs.
Gotta try something, I would think. They seem like to get a base runner on each inning, at least one.
Runner does not go, and the pitch is fouled back, so we'll do the 3-2 once again. Three to nothing. Prune Packers were in the 7th. Fonseca holds the set, and the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball down the left field line and foul.
No, not that one, like the other one.
Oh, yeah. No, not this time.
Yeah, that one snuck in.
Three-two again, right down the middle. Strike 3 call. Atkins down looking. He's 0 for 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Fonseca. And that'll bring up Jordan Thompson.
That was a great pitch. Pounded inside corner right there. Frozen.
Thompson 0 for 3. Fly out, pop out, and a strikeout to this point. As Fonseca gets a new baseball. Trying to keep the tying run in the on-deck circle. On first is Tajero. Thompson at the plate. First pitch, fastball inside, and the count 1-0. Prune Packers looking for win number 38. Should they get the final 7 outs. Swung on, broken bat, right back to Fonseca, who fields and throws to first in time to get Thompson to end the inning. So no runs on no hits and nobody left. It's time to stretch here in Healdsburg. The Packers lead at 3-0 here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
And San Francisco survives to see another day.
Another payoff. And Martin on the ground. Andrews makes a play, goes to second, out there, throw to first. Oh, and what a play. But here comes the runner, Donaldson. He's safe. He's safe. The ball game is over. The Blue Jays are moving on to the ALCS.
Even though they've turned a lot of double plays.
Oh, there's a drive to deep left field, and the ball game is over.
Back. Escobar tags. Here comes Escobar. The Royals win game 1. Hosmer drives home. The winner in the 14th. Travis Ishikawa hits one into right. The Giants win the pennant.
Bottom half of the 7th inning, Packers lead at 3-0. And the Prune Packers will have Torrin Montgomery leading things off. It would be Montgomery, Schussler, and Boast 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order with a 3-0 lead. So Montgomery stands in. Walker Xander still on the mound for the Crawdads. And the first pitch to Montgomery is a fastball strike, and they count 0-1. And I just realized something.
What's that?
Wasn't Ryan Targett supposed to take this at bat because Braden Runyon was thrown out stealing second base. Crawdads may have a batting out of order situation here.
You are right.
If they realize it. But the count's 1-1 on Torrin Montgomery for the moment. And the pitch swung on, hit on the ground, through in the left center field for a base hit past the diving Esparza. So Torrin Montgomery with a single, his third hit of the afternoon, and that'll bring up Kimball Schuessler. So Schuessler will stand in. He's 0 for 3. Reached on an error and scored in his last at-bat. Well, no protest from the Crawdads.
Interesting. It was a throw at a second base.
Runyon cut down. So that one's hit on the ground is short. This could be two. Esparza goes to second, and it's dropped by Rover. Montgomery takes a turn. He'll hold there. Well, that's why I said it should have been two. It wasn't two. Second time that they've botched a double play this afternoon. And now runners try first and second with nobody out.
Number 5, Austin Bose.
Fundamentals. I mean, when you teach that as kids, when you feel that ground ball, you show him the ball. He came and shot it real quick, and it seemed like it surprised him. I mean, he got the feed, and he did underhand. He didn't show him the ball. It came right off his hand so quick, and it was really close, and it went right by him for the air.
And the last time that happened, it cost the Crawdads 3 runs. Let's see if the Prune Packers can take advantage again with Boast at the plate. And the first pitch to Boast inside ball 1. Boast 2 for 3, pair of singles, scored a run and 3-run fifth. And the pitch. There's a fastball strike. The count 1-1.
Yeah, second baseman Tommy Rover's having a tough day today, but that was not his fault. That's a tough one that he didn't get the right feed, and it looks like that he didn't catch it, and it looks like that it would be his error, but that was a tough one.
Yeah, they gave it to Rover. It's the second of the game as there's a strike on the outside corner. The count 1-2 on Austin Boast. 3 errors total for the Crawdads, and now scoreboard's malfunctioning a little bit, so we'll look to get that all reset. But good thing we're doing it on our end.
I think you're doing it. Not a coincidence that 3 errors and 3 runs.
Packers hoping for more as Boast swings and foul tips one into Tajero's glove for the strikeout. So Boast retired, out number 1 in the 7th, and they'll bring up Blake McDonald. McDonald, 2 for 2 rather. Runners on first and second, 1 out. And the pitch outside.
I believe he's going to St. Mary's next year, too.
Yep, St. Mary's College.
That's nice. Great pickup for Shoopy and the boys over there.
Another name, Seth Nager, transferring from Arizona State to St. Mary's.
And St. Mary's has pitching. They just need to be a little stronger at the plate.
And the pitch in the dirt. Count is 2-0, and now Tajera will have a meeting at the mound with Xander. And as a coach, when you see your team making 3 errors like this and it's costing you a run, how do you really get the pitcher to kind of stay focused and stay on point? Because he's got to be frustrated.
Yes,
doing his job, getting the ground balls.
That's a tough question because every pitcher is different. Every makeup is different. Hopefully you have a pitching coach that will talk to him and all that. Usually I wasn't good at that because I was really with the fielding. I would be involved in that. You have a good pitching coach, someone that can talk to him. They know it's part of the game. That's how it is. But it's frustrating because it goes on their line.
As McDonald fouls it away.
So, but when you find time to get to this level, they know everyone's trying. It's just frustrating. That's all. It's just real frustrating. But it is, like you said, to keep them focused. When you got to give a team extra outs, it's a no-win situation.
And especially a team like the Prune Packers, as the 2-1 breaking ball drifts outside and the count 3-1.
Yeah, it's one thing coaching, we used to keep on a grease board, extra outs and quality at bats. If I had a lot of things to qualify for quality at bat, and then we always want a 3 under our inning, 3. If we had to give a 4 or 5, that means we're in trouble. It usually signifies a bad inning.
And the 3-1, there's a strike, maybe a low strike there. And the count is now full 3-2.
I'm still intrigued by that little batting out of order. Maybe they didn't know it, or
must not have. Yeah, right. Yeah, Ryan Targets was supposed to lead off this inning. Instead, it was Torrin Montgomery. But the 3-2 is on the way. Swung on line to center field. Coming in is Thompson. He dives, and he made the play. He did make the play. Throw back to second. Will be in time to double off Montgomery. And is that going to be a triple play? I think so. There was one out, so that's going to be a double play. Thompson made the diving play in center field and threw back to double off Torrin Montgomery. Wow, what a play.
Would have been a triple play.
Yeah, the base umpire out there, Steve Livernoy, making the call.
That would have been a triple play. I want to know, did he grab that? I can't see that far. You have better, younger eyes than me.
Yeah, it was.
It looked like.
Yeah, tough to see, especially in the daytime.
Yes.
With the sun shining out there, but he made the play. Umpire out there, Steve Livernoy, saw it, and the inning is over, so.
Yeah.
Thompson makes the play, doubles off Montgomery. We've played 7 full, and it's 3-0 Prune Packers here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
On the short hop, gets the first man. Watch Craig in the background. Going to third, so the first man is out. The throw is wide, and now Middlebrooks can't get out of the way. Obstruction is called. Craig, who can't run, normally would have been out at home. Saltalamacchia making a great play. There's one out. That's the second out. Wide throw at third. There's the obstruction. Middlebrooks. Unbelievable.
This game ends with an obstruction call. This game ends 5-4 because of that right there. Behind on the count, 3-1. That's a base hit. Red Sox win it. This series tied at a game apiece.
The 3-1 is lined to right. That's a fair ball in the corner. And the St. Louis Cardinals are going to win Game 1.
Is a strike-throwing machine.
In the air, right center field. That's got a chance. Jose,
We've reached the 8th. Packers lead at 3-0 over the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Rowan Fansocker out for his 3rd inning of work. He's going to face Hayden Schott to start, who swings and flies one down the left field line. Pivaroff out from third giving chase, but it'll drop foul. And the count 0-1 on Schott, who's 0 for 3. Pair of strikeouts and a flyout to this point. This is an interesting that just came out of Major League Baseball. Mariners pitcher Hector Santiago, same guy that got busted, first guy for sticky stuff, now suspended 80 games with positive tests on illegal testosterone. A shot swings and misses the count 0-2.
Jeez.
And no sticky stuff rules here in the CCL. At least not yet. Now Fensoccer steps off. He'll regroup. Who knows? Maybe the pitchers here are using a little spider tack. As that one's lined up the middle. McMillan catches it on a line for the first out of the 8th inning. And that'll bring up Diego Muniz, the DH, who's 0 for 3.
Batting next to the University of Oklahoma, DH number 12, Diego Muniz.
They just got to learn to throw with that stuff. Some of that stuff people use, but they don't know how to use it, you know. And it's not beneficial unless you know how to use that stuff, and it takes a lot of years.
And a swing and a miss by Muniz. The count 0-1. And here's a little wrench for you. Now it's the Dodgers working on a Max Scherzer deal. Max Scherzer and Trey Turner, we felt the deal down with the Padres, but here we go.
Oh.
Trade deadline season. It's the pitch inside. Count 1-1.
I know, we always thought about that in high school baseball. That'd be interesting if you could make trades.
In high school?
You might hurt a lot of people's feelings.
Yeah, right. 1-1 pitch, the fastball strike. Muniz saying, oh my goodness, that was a strike? It is, according to home plate umpire Diego Muniz. He's saying, I could read what he's saying. He said he didn't catch it. Why are you calling it a strike? And he's saying, well, went over the, came across the plate, so it doesn't matter if he caught it or not. Came across the plate at the knees. So Muniz down the count 1-2. And the pitch swung on, hit in the air. Shallow center field. Nager coming in, still coming in. It's going to drop in for a base hit. So Diego Muniz has his first hit of the afternoon. A 1-out single here in the 8th, and that'll bring up Chase Dabbs.
Let me ask you, Michael, what's your feeling on the playing some of the players now, you know, the college?
Oh, in college? Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough, but I feel like with the money that they're making now with all the TV packages
I
and
agree.
You know, especially in football with all these games on national TV, I figure it's going to happen at some point.
And they're doing it anyways. They do it above the table at least.
Right.
You know.
So Dabbs stands in, the 1-0. There's a strike on the outer half. And the count is 1-1. Dabbs 2 for 3, single and a double to this point. Grounded out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, doubled in the 6th. And the pitch in the dirt. And the count 2-1. And the pitch taken for ball 3. 3-1. And the 3-1, there's a strike. Runs to count full 3-2. I know I've said this before, but 3-2, I know 1 out, but down 3-0. See if they put anything in motion.
At least they have double play.
Runner doesn't go. Pitch is chopped. Fonsoccer Fields goes to 2nd for 1. And the throw back to 1st, not in time. They're going to say McMillan came off the bag. He can't believe it. You saw it the entire way.
Yep.
It's kind of a late call by the base umpire.
Yeah, I saw that. It looked like he wanted to throw him out, but it's the right call. And Coach Gomes is not arguing with it.
So officially that goes as an E1 with the wide throw.
We're talking about runners, you know, staying on double play. They didn't go. They get a double play ball, and then they bobble it.
Well, and that's the 3rd double play between both teams. That 3rd double play that could have happened, but didn't because of an error. 2 for Walnut Creek, and now this one by the Prune Packers. And pitch misses high, ball one to Trevor Warner, stands in as the tying run, and he has the power to tie this game. Six home runs on the year, second in the CCL. Pitch, check swing, but it's a called strike anyway, and the count 1-1. And the pitch swung on, hit on the ground to second. Another chance. Targich goes to second for one. McMillan to first. Two at double play. I turn the 4-6-3 to get out of the inning. So no runs on a hit and one left. At the end of 7.5 innings of play, 3-0 Packers here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
And a drive hit deep to left field. Looking up, way back. It's gone.
Scoring position. That was third in the American League.
Chris will send it into right field, a base hit. Seth Smith's coming around, and the Oakland A's will live another day. Game 5 is tomorrow.
Since being in the bullpen.
Did he do it again? He did! Unbelievable.
Swinging a high, deep drive, and that's going to win it for the Detroit Tigers. Infante comes in to score, and the Tigers are going to Oakland up 2-0.
Breeze hits it in the air to center. We will see you tomorrow night. This ball ends it.
Bottom half of the 8th inning. New pitcher for the Walnut Creek Crawdads is Gabe Tanner. Right-hander out of Danville, California, making his 11th appearance. 0-2 with a 4.40 ERA. And he's going to face the pinch hitter, Hans Smith, who takes up high. Count 1-0. 20 strikeouts to 7 walks in 16 1/3 innings.
One of my guys here, one of my favorite guys, Hans Smith, played for me for 3 years. Loved the kid, good family, good. Playing at Cal Berkeley. His sister's center fielder at St. Mary's. Just a all-around good kid. It's nice to. This was the fruits about being a coach. You get to see these guys play at the next level. Plus, he was wearing a pretty good number 15.
Fastball inside, 3-0.
Yeah, we had a pretty good team with him and Torkelson, and starts from there.
Tanner winds a 3-0. Fastball inside, ball 4. So Smith comes off the bench, doesn't take the bat off the shoulder, works a 4-pitch walk, and that'll bring in Ian McMillan.
one more thing about Hans. His girlfriend's a starting center fielder for Stanford softball, and I'm a big fan of softball, and she gets after it. She was all pack and pretty speed, fast, and so yeah, they have a pretty good duo together. Two pretty good athletes.
So McMillan stands in 0 for 3. He takes breaking ball outside. Count 1-0. Of course, your daughter's going to be playing college softball.
Yeah, a couple of next month. Take her to Reno, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch.
McMillan heading to count 1-0. The pitch misses low and it clips the dirt. Smith thought about going to second, but holds up. The count 2-0. And a throw to first, diving back to Smith. Fastball inside.
Thank you for remembering you did an interview with her, and I don't get to hear her talk much about herself, which she doesn't, which is fine, but got to hear some things I didn't know about from her about her softball career, and you know, it's just, as a dad, it's always nice and being a part of it, but yeah, that's her thing. It's her thing. I'm just along for the journey.
Had a blast as McMillan takes a strike. Count runs at 3-1. Now, how did the Cougars do at Rancho Cotati this past season?
Yes, they won the league, but that's all. Unfortunately, there's no playoffs. So we won the league as far as we can, but without no playoffs, and that's just only 15 games, which is too bad.
Swung on Hill on the ground to short. Esparza goes to second for one. Rover to first. 2, a double play. Crawdads finally turn a clean double play. 2 out here in the 8th inning, the 6-4-3. And that'll bring up Cam Blake. Blake's going to pinch hit for Seth Nager. Blake comes in at 370, 2 homers, 25 RBIs. Blake left-handed hitter. And the first pitch, breaking ball strike. Count 0-1. Bit inside.
That's the beauty about this team. They come from everywhere. I mean, I see Texas Rio Grande Valley High School. College. Very interesting.
Pitch just missed. Count 2-1.
I know he's from Round Rock, Texas. I know a lot of players come from there. I know a few guys from there.
Pitch swung on, fouled back to the screen, and you always hear a lot about Texas for football, but they produce a lot of baseball talent as well.
Yes.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out on Cam Blake. The Packers lead it 3-0 over the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Tanner winds and deals. Fastball outside. Count runs full 3-2. Pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Blake down on strikes to end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Gabe Tanner. We head to the 9th with the Packers leading 3-0 here on the Healdsburg Prune Packer Radio Network.
You never imagined going to your child's funeral. We all thought Tyler was so happy, but he must have been suffering in silence. We had no idea. For too long, we've only talked about mental health behind closed doors, but seriously consider it. Asking for help isn't a weakness, it's a strength. We can talk about mental health. We can be there for each other. We can get up. We want you to do 3 burpees for our number 3. We can get up for those who are down. There is help. There is hope.
Are you paying too much for your business phones and internet? Tired of slow bandwidth? IGT Consult is here to help. Stop paying retail for your telecom needs and move to wholesale pricing with IGT Consult. We save businesses 30 to 40% and bring you the latest technology via the cloud. Contact IGT broker JD Marr today at 916-275-5597. That's 916-275-5597 or visit us on the web at igtconsult.com.
We believe student athletes should never have to suffer in silence. We believe the stigma surrounding mental health needs to end. We believe you don't have to walk alone. Thousands are here, surrounding you in battle. Together, we will walk. Together, we remind you that your life has value. Together, we raise 3, because mental health matters, and there is hope.
Andrew Vaughn charges this ball up into right field. We are tied. Andrew Vaughn lights up Chapman. We are level at 4. The first run he's allowed all year in the earned column.
Well, Andrew Vaughn put a charge into that. Gives you an idea just how powerful he is because he took it opposite way.
Top of the 9th, and first pitch swinging is Tommy Rover, who bloops it up the middle and unable to make the play is second baseman Ryan Targich, sliding to his right. So Tommy Rover with a leadoff single, and that'll bring up Zach Tahiro. New pitcher for the Prune Packers is the left-hander Spencer Hines. His 9th appearance of the season, 1-1 with a 4.76 ERA. 23 strikeouts to 12 walks in 17 innings to this point. Face the lefty Zach Tahiro. And the first pitch, fastball low, and the count 1-0. Pitch swung on, popped up. McMillan comes in to make the play. Throw back to first, and they got him! They caught Rover a little too far off first, and it's a double play. It was just a little pop-up in the infield. McMillan came in. Rover came off first. McMillan with a heck of a transfer to make the throw, and they got Rover for the 6-3 double play. Unbelievable.
That's incredible. I mean, I think he just overextended too far. Maybe he didn't see the ball, but that's a fundamental little league play. You can't assume the out. Get on your bag.
Yeah, no excuse for that.
No.
Well, just like that, Sammy Sparza is the last chance, and he swings and fouls it out of play. The count 0-1.
We've seen our share of interesting double plays today. That's for sure.
Or lack thereof.
Yes,
in some cases.
Yes. And that was one of them.
So Hines, the 0-1. Fastball inside. And so the count 1-1. Well, Prune Packers an out away from their 38th win of the season, be their 7th overall. 7th straight overall, I mean. And there's a strike. Count 1-2, and the Crawdads are down to their final strike of the ballgame. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hines winds and deals, swinging a foul at the plate, and we'll do the 1-2 again. So a strike away from their 7th straight win, and they move to 38-5 overall. And in the CCL, they move to 23-4. The pitch, swing and a miss on the pitch in the dirt. Schussler tags him out, and that's the ball game. So the Healdsburg Prune Packers win it 3-0 over the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Sammy Esparza is the final victim. Hines and Toon works a 1-2-3 9th inning, and Coach Mayo, we saw a lot of things today. You come to the ballpark, and sometimes you see a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, and they started off slow, and then they put that three runs together in the 5th, and the pitching was just outstanding. Pitching was just outstanding by the Prune Packers, and from the Crawdads for the first 5 innings too, But you got to take care of the ball. And I think Healdsburg does a very good job of that. And they're going to need to do that coming to playoffs, so they want to make a big run deep into it. So thank you again for having me. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, thank you for coming out. And just for the pitching line, Henrik Reinertsen started, went 3 innings, allowed 1 hit, struck out 1. Derek Bridges, 2 innings, allowing 2 hits, striking out 4. Roman Fonsacker going 3 innings, allowing 2 hits, striking out 3, walking 1. And Spencer Hines an inning, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout, and that's a big stat. Just 1 walk between these Prune Packer pitchers, and one of the things I know Joey Gomes talks about all the time, throwing strikes, hitting bombs, but, that first part, throwing strikes is where it starts.
First pitch strikes and no free passes. Make them earn it.
Well, the Prune Packers win it 3-0 over the Crawdads, the final meeting of the season between these two. We'll be back here tomorrow. Now, here's the thing about tomorrow. The game is scheduled for 3 p.m., but should the Little League game go a certain way, the game may get moved to 6 p.m. So check prunepackers.org, check our social media pages to see what time that game will be. But as of right now, we are scheduled for 3 p.m. right here at Rec Park. For my partner, Paul Mates-Arena, I am Michael Barabalt signing off from Rec Park. Once again, final score, the Prune Packers 3 and the Crawdads 0.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ball game tonight, or today, I guess. Prune Packers have won over the Crawdads 3-0. That is the last meeting of these two teams for this season. As Michael just mentioned, tomorrow the game is currently scheduled for 3 p.m. It may end up being 6 p.m. Check prunepackers.org and our socials, that being, I believe, Twitter and Instagram, for up-to-date information on that. Other than that, as always, I'd like to thank the sponsors, the interns that keep this place running, and to the host families that house our players when they are here in California from wherever they may be in the Union. That could be Washington State, Washington, D.C., Delaware, New York, Maine, Vermont, wherever they're from in the Union. Our host families house them here locally so they can play here in Healdsburg, and for that we are very grateful. Other than that, I don't have much. I'm glad to be back. For all of us here at the Healdsburg Prune Packers Radio and Streaming Networks, I am Samuel Scott saying so long, and we'll see you next time.